So welcome back to my channel. This is Gamer Dom and this is the Skoda T40, the Czechoslovakian Tier 6 Premium Medium Tank. This was a game I had the other day, platooned up with Forest Gamer, who's also in his Skoda T40, and Tralala Land, who's in the Jumbo. All Tier 6 tanks. It's a Tier 7 game, so we've had pretty good matchmaking. There's not many Tier 6s on each, Tier 7, sorry. Put your eyes back in. There's only 4 on our team, and actually enemy have come off a bit badly. They've only got 3 on their team, and one of each of the Tier 7s are artillery. So that's pretty good matchmaking for these tanks. Now we start off by coming south. As usual, medium playground, I guess, down here in the south area. Skoda's got a really good view range, pretty pokey gun, but not very good armour. And I give you a warning on this game. I start off by not doing an awful lot, to be absolutely honest. I'm trying to get some shots on those enemy medium tanks, but I see the gun depression isn't fantastic on this thing. You have to go a little bit further than ideally you'd like to get shots. The boys are being, oh, there we go, had a chance on the M4 and bounced off its turret. Yeah, should have gone through that. Meanwhile, Forest, I think, is absolutely annihilating that Tier 5 Panzer 25. Poor little bugger. Shouldn't really be doing. I've been spotted. Trying to get back. There is an RT in the game. You heard him fire earlier. Actually, no, I think it was Tralala that was hitting him. He's moved forward. He's taking a lot of hits. And I really haven't done anything yet. We're 2-0 down. Haven't done any damage yet. I bounced off that M4. Haven't got any shots. I'm trying to flank. And part of the problem was that we didn't really know what we were facing around here, because we can only see about 4 enemy tanks. But there could be a lot more besides. So, because the enemy's got a lot of mediums. In fact, both teams have got a lot of mediums. I just cannot get into a position to get a shot. Get hit by the Skoda T40 and he damages my turret, which is even better, just what you need when you're in a sort of scrambly fight. We're 3-1 down, 4-1 down. Still haven't done any damage. I think the reason why I put this video in is because I think it just shows you sometimes, he just gets the kill before I get there, sometimes you can have a big influence on the game. Hey, I got something. Without really doing very much till the end. You've got to keep yourself alive. I took an ammo rack hit. I took a couple of big hits from the Stug there. I really shouldn't have stayed where I was. But to be honest, as we all do from time to time, I got a little bit desperate to get some results, and I was trying to get round on the T34, but the trouble was I couldn't where I was, because that Stug obviously had a bead on me. But it means both of my platoon buddies have gone down. So it's 7-all. I've done 1 scoring hit. That is it. Enemy are in our base by the look of it. Can we get down on him? Oh, and I bounced. He bounced me and I bounced him, and he hit me. He's only firing a small gun, so I should be able to take him out. He hit me twice though, so I'm on 31 hit points. That is it. It's 9-all. I'm not going to be disparaging, because I get told off before now for saying about, you know, stats don't matter and what have you. But if you look at the stats of actually both the enemy teams, both the teams, the remaining players, they are not particularly brilliant statistically, and that doesn't mean everything. So a big caveat here. So I feel I've got to try and make up for the fact I let my platoon mates die. Well, you know, I say that I didn't really have much. I couldn't get in a position where I could really influence what was going on, and that was the problem. Gun depression on this thing is not great. Trying to get that Cromwell. Can we get a shot on him? No, missed. And he's disappeared again. So we're still having absolutely diddly squat luck. Disappeared again on me. Fired blind. It's 10 plays 11. So it's tight. It's really tight. I know that Cromwell is going to be heading back for the base, heading for our base and trying to go off the artillery. Nobody can resist the lure of the pig. So our S51 knows he's on the way. I'm coming over to try and help him out and use my very good viewing range. And here he comes, and I just couldn't get in position in time to aim a shot properly, and I missed him by a country mile. But we don't need to worry because the S51 shotguns him. But in doing so, I get spotted. So it is 11 plays 11. We know there was a Stug down the 9 or 0 line down where I was. So it'll take him a little while to get back anyway. Nobody spotted him. There's a T34 and there's a heavy tank number 6. And the T34 is spotted, facing off against our heavies. And the heavy tank's just taken down our KV-1 Sport. So I'm going up to try and support this IS. He needs support. I can't afford for him to die as well, and I don't want him to be left alone to battle out. Even though I'm only on 31 hit points, I'm going to try and get up and support him as much as I can. There's the heavy tank. Can we get a shot on him? No. First shot goes wild. Wild shot. Loading up with premium. I think that was probably too high as well. Using this dead tank as cover. Trying to get some view range on these enemy tanks. And there is the Stug. Can't get a shot on him yet. Oh, and there's T34. Bounced off a T34 with premium. You've got to be kidding me. And again. I mean, just what do you have to do? So Stug seems to be the priority because he's flanking. One good hit on him. Can we finish him off? Yep, he's down. Okay, so it looks like neither of them can see me, which is nice. Artillery helps in the game. Helps, big hit on the Japanese Tiger. That T-34 still having a charmed life. Come on, got to finish him. I hit him in the tracks because that was APCR or heat probably. I can't remember what this thing has. It didn't go through the tracks. Never fire heat at tracks of enemy tanks. So we hit him, but look at that. Left him on 6 hit points, and I can't get the shot on him. He knows roughly where I am, but I don't think he can spot me. I've loaded HE because I should, if I can hit him anywhere, I should kill him. He's only got 6 hit points. So I'm carefully inching forward. And I'm trying to do the unexpected. I'm trying not to be predictable. Trying to keep an eye on. Remember, they've still got a very, very good artillery. So I'm going to inch forward. Inch forward. Using all the concealment I can get. I mean, the concealment values on this tank are not fantastic. But it might just be enough. So now I'm going to try and flank him because I'm assuming sometimes it's a good idea. It's not always a great thing to do, but often what I try and do in this scenario is try and think, well, what would I do? Now, if I was in a T-34, a tier 5 medium tank, backed up with an artillery that's got 4 kills, that's a tier 7, I would be pulling back to my base and hope that I can add my gun and my view range to help the artillery smack anybody that tries to come on. Bearing in mind there's only me and artillery on our side, so yeah, that's what I would do. So I'm assuming that he's gone back to base, and so I'm inching forward. I'm just trying to keep an eye. There's some really good ambush spots around the back of that hill to my right. Can't see him, letting the opportunity for I think I've got coated optics on this tank, so I'm allowing for the time to spot anything, especially if he's moving. His camo rating drops off. Moving forward, using the build, and there he is. There we are. And I've spotted him. He has not spotted me. Where is he? And there we go. Just an HE shell creeps over the top of whatever he was on and take him down. However, the game is still afoot. We've still got a hell of a job to take on a very, very good Lorraine artillery. The Lorraine 155-50 is very effective, and it's pretty good at shotgunning too. He is on 4 kills, so this guy clearly knows what he's doing in it. And I've got 31 health. He only has to do a bit of splash damage to kill me. So I'm coming in from another angle. I was coming from the north just in case they saw me or thought that was where the shot came from. I'm relocating, I'm coming in the other way, and this is one thing I would certainly recommend to you guys if you don't already do it, is and you see the really good players do this all the time. Once you've got into a position and you've got the enemy in your sights, relocate, come at them a different way. Oh, there's the Lorraine. Aiming in, aiming in, aiming in, first shot, good hit. 220 damage. His shot lands south, shy of me. Can we finish him off? Yes, we can. Nice! And there you go. So even though I did diddly squat for about 7 minutes of this game, I was actually able to carry it at the end and bring us a victory to the team. So that was a really fun game. So that was a pretty good game at the end of it. We, you know, having done virtually nothing for the first 7 or so minutes of the game, and not really being able to influence the battle that was going on in the south, I certainly came towards the end and I think effectively carried the game at the end there and helped us to a decisive win in the end. And you know, again, one of the things I always say to players who, you know, I know, God knows I'm not an expert, right? I play a lot of games, I get used to it. I've worked out a few techniques over the years to get reasonably good in some of these battles, but one thing certainly you need to ensure you do is not get down. If you're having a shitty game, don't just throw your tank away out of a fit of anger. Try and conserve what little hit points you've got, and it's amazing how many times a game presents itself an opportunity for you to well, sort of rejuvenate the game for yourself and actually end up having a good one, because I did nothing in that game, nothing to start with anyway, and then pretty much carried it towards the end and made sure that we got a win for the team, which is what you need to do. It's a team game. First class mastery, bruiser, duelist, fire for effect, and top gun. Finished up top on the team, 1,243 damage, 6 kills, 968 base XP. Tralalaland was second with his jumbo, 975 and 2 kills, 612 XP. And Forest Gamer had a middling game for him. He's usually very, very good in this Skoda T40. 784 damage, 1 kill, 478 base XP. I know it's funny, I say in other videos, and I have repeatedly said I don't really like this Skoda T40, but I've been playing it quite a bit lately and I'm beginning to actually quite like it all of a sudden. Shock horror probe, Dom changes his mind. Well, it does happen, and you know, sometimes just playing a tank, you know, it's very easy to dismiss a tank quite early when you first pick it up. But you persist with it, and sometimes, you know, you suddenly decide you really like it. The converse happens. Sometimes you think it's a brilliant tank, and the more you play it, the more you realise it's not at all, which has happened to me as well. So anyway, 523 shots, hit with 14 of them and penned with 9. Pretty wayward shooting, to be honest. I would expect better on the T40, but it was what it was. But we did 1,243 damage. We took 7 hits, all bar 1 penned. That was that T34, which I'm very pleased he didn't pen me, because I finished on 31 hit points, so his bounce of 85 would have resulted in my death. But he sucks to be him, and I got away with it. 44,000 credits. I did naughty fire premium, so I ended up making a loss of 248 even XP credits. So it is what it is, and you know, you moan all you like about gold, but it's there, it's legal, and we used it. So yeah, 1,452 XP times 3 plus extra bonus for being in a platoon and also in a premium tank gave me just shy of 5,000 XP for the crew. This crew in the T40 I'm training up, because eventually it will go into my tier 10 Czechoslovakian tank, because I'm keeping the tier 9, and I don't want to move the crew out of the tier 9 into the well, I might move the 9 into the 10 and put a new one into the 9, but you know what I mean. I'm going to keep both of the vehicles because the tier 9 is fantastic. So I need a new crew for it, basically. In fact, I love all the Czech tanks. I've got the T24, the GOAT, which I love, the T25, which is just wicked. and I've got the tier 9, and hopefully I'll get the tier 10 fairly soon. Anyway, enough of my waffle on the Czech tanks. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please click like, and please, if you haven't already done so, click subscribe. Really helps the channel. Makes me feel good about doing videos, and you don't want me not to feel good, do you? Please. Enjoy your games, have fun. Remember, it's just a damn game. It's only for fun. Don't take it too seriously. And it's funny when you take it a bit more fun and you relax. Funny enough, the games start getting better and you play better because you're more relaxed. Anyway, enough of my waffle. Let me know what you think about the T40 or anything else down in the comments below. Preferably related to World of Tanks. I'm not going to tell you the meaning of life. But although answers on a postcard if anyone does know the answer of life. And I'll see you again soon. This is Gamer Dom signing out.